was thinking about an old scripture that you hear quoted a lot, particularly in the church world. And it comes from Hebrews, the 10th chapter. And we like to take out a little portion of that verse, which tells us that we should not forsake the assembling of ourselves together. Well, right now that's not been an option for us in many cases. And I can certainly tell you that I am eager to see you, to be together again. And I'm not simply talking about having a religious service, but I'm talking about getting together. Well, like you, we're making plans. Many of you have plans that have been on hold, plans for family reunions, plans for weddings, plans for vacations, and you really do not know what to do with those plans because they're on hold. Well, we're making plans. Our plans currently are that on May 31st, the last Sunday of this month, we are planning to be able to get back together as a family. And there are things that will be different. Our chairs will be spaced to provide more safety in complying with social distancing. We're not going to be having Sunday school classes for our first weeks. There will not be children's classes. We'll not do small groups. And I think there's some opportunity in that. We want to just think about in these early weeks of coming back together that we're going to do church as a family. You'll be able to come in together as a family. And in order to accommodate that, we're going to shorten up our services a bit to make them a little more friendly for our kids. We're going to not pass offering plates. We'll not pass out registries for you to write your name. We will not be passing out bulletins. We want to try and accommodate your being able to come into church, have time before the next service is coming or leaving. But right now the question is, will we be able to follow our plan? But I want to consider that scripture again because I think sometimes we take it out of context. The verse that I mentioned comes out of the 25th verse of the 10th chapter of Hebrews. But if we put it back in its context, the verse right before it says this. It says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds." That's the context. Let us today consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. And that isn't simply talking about coming to church, but how we do life with our family, how we do life with the ones that we love, our husbands, our wives, our children, some of you that are working, the people that we work with. Let us consider, let us think about how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. And then it continues on in a newer translation. Let us not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing. And that's that text that we like to use to simply say, you need to be in church. Well, I hope that when the opportunity comes that you will make it a point to be in church someplace. But today our opportunity and our admonition is to encourage and spur one another on and to take the opportunity to reach out and to touch the people around us. That I have the opportunity of encouraging you. You have the opportunity of loving and encouraging the people around you. And that's really what a family of faith is about. And I think we're being asked here, don't retreat into your own world. Don't retreat into just simply your own selfish considerations, but look out for one another. Because you see, coming together is not simply about finding a religious experience that I like. It's not simply about the kind of worship that I like, or the pastor that I like, or the denomination that I like. And all of those things have a place, and all of those things have a value. But what I think we're being admonished here is, I think we are being admonished and reminded, you're a family. We're brothers and sisters. We need one another. We can encourage one another. We can help one another. Let's read the rest of that scripture. And let us not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another. And all the more. It's kind of like we're being told, when it's not easy, when it's not the way that you want it, as we move closer to the day that is approaching, let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. And so today, we're looking forward to getting together again. We're planning that it's going to be the last Sunday of this month. But today, I pray that we might encourage and love one another. And do not retreat. Do not retreat into your own internal worry and your own internal anxiety. And sometimes we can even be a little selfish in some of those moments, just trying to take care of ourselves and protect ourselves. But may I remind you, we need one another. And not only do we need to minister to others, but we need each other. And you will be encouraged. And you will be lifted up. And you will be strengthened when you reach out and touch the lives of the people around you.